Hello everyone, my name is Imari Mills and I will be doing a persuasive speech for my public speaking class. Now, what do you prefer? Virtual school or school face-to-face? Me personally, I prefer face-to-face school because you get to learn more, you get to think more, you get to express yourself a lot more, and also you get to have special connections with the teachers. The reason I say this is because during virtual school, I can tell you myself that I was pretty lazy. I didn't go to class sometimes, and I could make excuses on why I don't have to go to class. Either my internet's down or my computer's not working. It was the same thing, and this led to me failing my class, my Math 3 class. So during face-to-face school, this totally changed because we went back to school in around March or April. And I came back to school and I flipped it all around and I ended up getting all B's. In my opinion, I feel like I did good because I went from F's to B's. I mean, that's a pretty big leap. Also, coming into my 11th grade year, I built bonds with my teachers. Not only my teachers, but also my peers in class, because I've gotten closer to my cousins, friends, teachers, principals while in school. But while I was in virtual, none of that happened. We rarely email each other, and they called my mama for bad reasonings, not good reasonings. Well, one of my teachers did, but most of the time they called my mom for bad reasoning, and it wasn't really a good talk. But now, while I'm in school, I can say that I felt a connection between me and my teachers, and I feel like if I see them in the future in public, we'll definitely have a lot to catch up on, and I definitely love. Bring me to my next point on how teachers can actually see what we're doing now in face-to-face classes, rather than if we were in virtual classes with our head down, mic off, camera off, and the teacher can't see what we're doing, and we can make a simple excuse like our internet's messing up, and so we can leave the Google Meet or Zoom class and come back 5 minutes later and just say that we were lagging or our computer's having problems. And I feel like that's kind of a lazy way to go about things, but I can't really be a hypocrite because I used to do this myself, and I honestly regret it because virtual school, on paper, it seems so easy, but it's not motivating at all. Like, you wake up at probably 8 o'clock, go straight to your classes, and you just sit and look at the screen all day. It was very, very boring in my opinion. I didn't like it. But now in face-to-face classes where I can see people and we can laugh, see the answers, and our teacher's expressing herself way more, I love it now. I love being face-to-face. I love meeting new people. I love meeting new teachers. I love making connections with new teachers. And this brings me to my teacher, my personal teacher. Her name is Miss Angando. She's the science teacher at my school, Roanoke Valley Early College. And she's just a great teacher. She helps students. She also makes sure you get the information. She stays after school every day if you need it. And I know this because I had to stay over a couple of days, and honestly, it helped. I came back getting A's on tests, and yeah. I mean, looking at it from a freshman, like if you're a freshman, she would seem like a bad teacher, but me being way more mature than I was freshman year, I can tell you honestly that she is a great teacher. Before and after class, we talk about more of a personal life to, build a connection with us. I feel like she's a teacher and a friend to me because we talk about some personal things. She talks about her kids, her life back in Kenya because she is from Kenya. She talks about how it's way more strict in Kenya. That's why she's hard on us. And honestly, her being hard on us has honestly made me like science. And I was honestly thinking about becoming a scientist, but I looked into it, and you have to go to school for a long time, and I feel like I could do it. It's just very time consuming, and I feel like I'm just being lazy right now at 17 years old. But I feel like once I get around 21 or 22 and figure out what I want to do with the rest of my life, I feel like then that's when I become a scientist, because honestly it's really cool. Biology, I love it. You learn about life, you learn about stuff deeper than what the human eye can see. And this brings me to my next point on how virtual school is actually a lot easier than face-to-face school if you feel like, you're lazy and you don't like actually doing the work. I feel like it's way easier then, but I feel like you should also do face-to-face because, it's so easy. Because after you sit there and you listen to the teacher and you see what she's talking about, honestly, I thought I wasn't, the brightest kid, but now I feel like I'm one of the smartest in the class. I get almost everything that the teacher is telling me because I pay attention and because I have to now that we're face to face. While I was virtual, it wasn't really, it was more of a choice if I wanted to learn something, if I wanted to pay attention. I felt like it was more of a choice because I could have my camera off and my mic off, and I can say my mom called me and she really needed my help, or I could leave the class and join back 15 minutes later and say we was having a maintenance issue. It's really demotivating, but also it's easier in a way because once again you can cheat. You can cheat on tests, assignments, homework, you can plagiarize. But honestly, I feel like that's just a shortcut, and I feel like you should do everything yourself because doing anything yourself, you'll feel proud of the work that you do rather than if you do it by cheating. In conclusion, I say anyone who's taken up trying to do virtual, honestly, I say it has its pros and cons to it, but you should honestly choose face-to-face if there's a class that takes face-to-face classes, because of the simple fact that you'll learn way more. You'll have a personal connection with your teacher, and honestly, it's just better, in my opinion. You learn way more. You actually get the subject, and you're not lazy when you're face-to-face with your teacher because you don't want to have a bad reputation. Now, if you don't care, I get that. But in virtual school, you can cheat, yes. But what's cheating if you don't know the actual subject when it comes exam time? When the teacher asks you to solve it on the classroom and the whole semester you've been cheating. That's why I say go face to face and actually learn the assignment. And that's all I have to say for today. Remember me, remember what I said, remember that honestly cheating isn't the right thing, and whatever happens to the dark will eventually come to the light.